Hello, 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 hello. Y'all come on, get in here. Come on, get in here. I know the hair look a little greasy. I oiled my scalp today, so if it's greasy, that's why. You know the scalp was thirsty, and we had to tend to it. So y'all come on in. Let's get to the gossip. Get comfortable, please. Hit your like button. Put your like number in the chat. Shoes off, please. Get you a cold drink. I need me some sunflower seeds. Ain't got none. Lord, what I'm gonna do? Let me tell y'all something. I actually got the sunflower seeds and left them in the car. And Daddy took them and went to work, and they still in the car. Y'all listen. Some of y'all know I have a sunflower seed addiction. Some of you do not, but it is a very bad addiction. It is very real, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, how y'all doing? But yeah, we got to talk about some stuff. I wanted to talk to y'all earlier, but I had to kind of wrap up a lot of the stuff that was on my plate so we would have time to actually gossip and not be interrupted by phone and phone calls and text messages and this, that, the third, and the fifth, 11th thing. Magdalene Lamar, thank you for being like number one, sis. Ashley's number two, and Too Adorable is number three. Hello, lovely ladies. All right, Sweet Beloved is number six, and I appreciate you. The beautiful Brianna King is number eight. Hello, gorgeous. Lulu's little girl, my good sis, is number nine. She checked on me earlier today. Love you, sissy. Auntie Eva is number 10. Miss Lovely T is 11. DS is 13. Catherine Bennett is 16. Deborah Randall is 18. So you know we are in compliance. We can legally talk housewives because Deborah Randall is in the house. Miss Nisi is also 18. All right. So is Priscilla Clemens. All right. 3 the hard way. Hey, Jenny Patterson. Thank you for being number 20, my dear. I love you. I appreciate you. Okay. You was hoping for before your birthday. This your birthday? Wait just a doggone minute. Did we know it was your birthday? Wait. Wait a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to either like inbox me your birthday, not your birthday, but your Cash App and stuff so we can celebrate your birthday. I didn't know. Listen, I had help at one point helping me keep track of birthdays. I no longer have help. If anybody is willing to help a girl out, please let me know. Deborah Randall, 74 trips around the sun. Thank you, Lord, she says. This lady listen, this is a testimony. This is somebody that's been kicking it around this son of a gun for 74 years. This somebody been 74 years walking with the Lord. We appreciate you, Deborah Randall. We thank God for your life. Happy birthday to you. And we got to celebrate you today. Yvette, our Birmingham beauty from the UK. Hey, girl. This Lady Blue is number 26. I appreciate you. Y'all tell Deborah happy birthday in the chat. We need that. We're going to need that a little bit. Hey, Tay. How you doing? Good to see you. Inell, hey girl. My Christian Key is here. Hello, gorgeous. Tennessee's finest is in the house. All right. Let's get this thing going like we do. I know I'm late. And then when I first went to go live, I saw it was other people live. So I just fell back because I'm like, I don't want to step on no toes and stuff. Hey, sis on the phone, you here? Ashley says she'll help me keep up with birthdays. Thank you, boo. Write down Deborah's, and then I'm going to call you, and I'm going to give you everything I got, and then we're going to try to get the list right so I can make sure I got everybody straight. Thank you, Ashley. Listen, that's why we need the young ones, because we be in trouble without them. Okay? And Deborah, we need your Cash App, sis. I wasn't kidding. Let me check and see if you inboxed it to me on Instagram. Where's I got all kind of stuff from Deborah, but Deborah ain't sent me that Cash App. Deborah, I'm gonna need that Cash App. I'm gonna need that. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Oh, you said the boots were amazing. Thank you. I was just happy to, do my thing. So hold on. Let's make sure we got everybody, because I know some folks are in bed. Oh, she ain't gonna let us show her no love. Y'all see how Deborah do us? She won't even let us celebrate her. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to do something for her. Don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna catch her slipping. Don't worry. I'm good at this. Let me make sure we got all our Instagram folks real quick. Hey, Instagram, we are live. It's late, but we're live and we got to talk. This is for y'all too. Let me tell everybody at the same time what we're talking about, okay? So we got to talk about what's going on with RHOA. We got to talk about the fact that, y'all, I suspect that Angela Oakley and Sedora are botting. I suspect, and we're going to talk about why I suspect it too. I suspect that Angela Oakley and Drew Sedora are botting. Hey, we live on YouTube, girl. Come over. You know, it's my name, Shenanitra. Just come over. You'll find us. We here. We want to see you. So we got to talk about that, and we're going to go into some of these socials and take a look at what I'm seeing that's giving me, you know, got my spidey senses tingling. I'm going to say this before we even get into it. It looks like a lot of what we saw Nakatata do over on Real Housewives of Potomac, because some of y'all know that Nantucket was also botting on Real Housewives of Potomac, trying to keep her spot on the show. Hey, y'all, come over to YouTube. We live on YouTube. Come on over. And so I'm seeing a lot of the same pattern with some of the comments on Angela Oakley and on, hey, boo, we live on YouTube. Come over. And also on Drew Sedora. And it was already kind of fishy. It was kind of suspicious. But then after everything happened where she got exposed for sitting up plotting with that guy Marcus, telling him what to say. Hey, Nelson the Virgo. Telling him what to say, cooking up this whole story about, oh, we gonna say this. We need to be able to say it was Phaedra and this and that. Miss Sparkle is here, y'all. Our resident Mary Kay lady. What's up, boo? Then the comments, they kind of pivoted because they knew it wasn't working. But then they all started saying the same thing. So we're going to get into it because I find it fishy. I think some of the content creators are on a payroll because nothing else makes sense. So we're going to get into all of those things. I think it's time we have an honest conversation about Kelli Ferrell too and some of her decisions. And Brit Eady came out with pictures and a photo shoot and this whole dramatic, you know, situation talking about her reunion. Look, baby, it's only a reunion. Look, if you show up at the reunion. Those of y'all on Instagram, I'm gonna end this. Come on over to YouTube, okay? Listen, man, it's only a reunion. It's only a reunion. Look, if you show up at the reunion. If you don't come to the reunion, it's not a reunion. Look, Nelson popped in from Instagram. I know that's right. We want to make sure we got all our kin folks. So yeah, we got to get into that. And yeah, and a couple of other little miscellaneous things. All right. You say Pumbaa can't be great without Timon. Apparently. It's like when she tried to pick a fight by herself, it doesn't work. Kelli Ferrell has shown us that if she's bobtailing off somebody or she's playing sidekick to somebody, if they attack you, then she can kind of like do ad libs. Her like unprovoked, unsolicited attack of Portia, it didn't go well. It was kind of whack. And even some of the comments on that looked a little strange. We're going to get into it. But let's start with Brit Eady, shall we? Let's start with her. Po baby. And I never thought I would say that about Brit Eady because, you know, she rubbed me wrong very early. Very, very, very early. For a lot of reasons. We may as well go to Bravo Shade Room because I don't exactly want to go to her page. I don't. So I ain't. Sis on the phone, you there? I'm trying to see if my sis here. Because Bianca is not here. So I want to make sure. Hold on. I'm going to just call her because I'm country. That's what I'm going to do. While we pull this up. Mm-mm. Oh, Peanut in the house. Number 37. Hey, you on live with me? You what, you asleep?
Almost sleep. Okay, now I'm on live. I got you.
Okay, because I need moderators that cut quick, because I gotta get into some stuff, and somebody, you never know when folk gonna get mad.
Okay, well,
Okay, all right, bye. Okay, all right, I got me a cutter. I feel better now. I got me a cutter. Okay, now let's go and share the screen. Okay. Y'all, I promise you, I never thought I would end up saying Poe Brit Eady. This is pitiful. It's embarrassing, actually. It's embarrassing. And I know people wanted to give her a break and cut her some slack. And I didn't. And I don't. I ain't got no slack to cut. But y'all got to see this mess. Just buckle up. I ain't gonna turn no sound on because she might have used some copyright sound. But look what she did, child. She doing all this stretching and pulling her neck and winding her neck and stretching her eyes and looking over her shoulder. She look crazy as hell. The dress ain't bad, but it's too little too late. Honey, this is a whole lot of too little too late. All this dramatic unveiling and throwing gold feathers like confetti. I mean, I like that you got your hair done and stuff. Child, look at all the graphics. Look at the graphics, y'all. The graphics. She'll do everything but show up to that reunion. She did everything but show up to the goddamn reunion. So this was a statement that Bang Bang. And I know people want to give her credits for the outfit. I don't. Because you would have had to show up in the outfit on that day for me to even believe that you didn't buy it after you already saw what they had. Okay? Okay. She said, you're not Jermaine Jackson to the topic, so y'all stay on topic. Okay, Peanut say doing all this now that you're cooked is crazy. Yes. The dress is beautiful, but she 4 weeks too late. Hell, Portia been to Scotland and back. Show here. Show hell. Auntie even say, what was the point? She should have showed up. And shoulda. You done outed Shamia and Kelli like you wasn't part of it. Now you done left them to sit there by yourself. By themselves while you sitting home. And now you want to show your outfit. So I feel like Brit Eady wants the chance to make all her statements and all her comments, and nobody gets a chance to rebuttal her or point out everything that she did in the midst. Because, hey, Brit, you agreed to be a part of this alliance. If y'all feel me, say amen. Because for you to tell Portia about the alliance that you, Kelli, and Shamia had, which I strongly suspect that Shamia was the ringleader for y'all's alliance to quote unquote take Portia now. Ma'am, you agreed to this. You know what I'm saying? You agreed to all of this. And y'all agreed to act like you and Kelli was the Boxy twins while Shamia played like Cobra Commander in the background. Hey, Stacey Gray. No, I don't think she on Bravo. Not after this statement. Oh, I see some amens. Okay. You can't be a part of the alliance and then snitch on the alliance, then stay home while they got to face the music. Girl, you was in this too. You just as slimy as them. I think Brit Eady thinks if I tell on what you did or what I did with you, as long as I tell now I'm not guilty. You are. Hey, Brandon. Okay, my nephew said y'all get these likes up. Please. Well, here's the problem, Stacey. That heifer lied to us, girl. She ain't suing them people. So the young man Giorgio says he got a TikTok, and I know he got an Instagram. He went and found the actual paperwork. Brit ain't filed no lawsuit. she filed papers saying that she had an intent to do it or whatever. But when it came time to pay the money to actually file the lawsuit, Brit never filed no lawsuit. That's why I laughed when Drew Sidora said that Brit had texted her and said, I'm finna sue you, but ain't a lawyer contact her. Which lawyer finna contact you for free? Who finna do that? Brit be lying. Anything require her to spend money, it wasn't her. That's how I knew she didn't send Marcus or pay Marcus to do nothing to Angela, because that costs money, and Brit ain't paying no money. Say she look good. That's 1 in 49 record. She don't want some stuff that look kind of decent or whatever before, but I just feel like you bought it after you saw what the other girls put out there, because you didn't even take no pictures or nothing. You didn't show up. Okay, so sis said we 35 likes short. So what we doing? We liking the video, or y'all want me to just be quiet? Hey, Angie girl, thank you for being number 43. Yeah, I sure hope she don't post after every reunion, because we're not interested. Because if y'all remember, when she first told us that lie, that she was going to file a lawsuit, it was right after they announced that they filmed the first episode. They had just started filming the reunion. And then she pulled a stunt. I'm not coming, this, that, and the third. I'ma sue y'all. Now they done showed the first episode. Here she go posting the weird graphics in this little thin dress with some beading on it. And I already know what happened. You know, let me just be quiet. And with this statement, we finna read this one. But I sure hope, I'm with you, Vet. I hope she don't post after every reunion. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. She ain't even filed it. Brit Eady tried to con all of America. She ain't even filed no lawsuit. Lying heifer. Gifty Abaka said, if this so dark for her, why would she say no reunion, no Brit? Right. If it's so dark, why would you being there make the reunion? What's so, you know what I'm saying? Are you saying you contribute to the darkness? Are you saying you are the darkness? Without you, there's no darkness? Yeah, she wanted to be involved, but she's scared. I can't stand old scary heifer. Hey, Amanda K, thank you for being number 47. Y'all, please like this video. Oh, can we like the video? Can we? Would y'all mind if we like the video? Because I want to read her statement, but I want to make sure we all on board. That's what I wants to do. Can we do that? Would you mind? Are we all in the house? I want to make sure we got everybody. Hey, Tamika Graham. If you already here and you get an ad in Discord, don't sweat that, because I'm just making sure we grab everybody. Y'all come on in, come on through. But yeah, she's in need of Jesus. She need Jesus, just like the rest of these lying heifers. Miss Sparkle said we need 28 more likes. Tamika, thank you so much for being like number 50. So look. And thank you for being number 46, Stacey Gray. I appreciate you. So let's read this statement. I'm gonna try to make it big as I can. It is on her page. It's on Bravo Shade Room. A lot of people got it. So let's make sure y'all can see it. I'm gonna do the best I can. Okay. Sis on the phone said, and people wonder why the good is behind Patreon. Yep. Because you know we had to go behind Patreon the last time to talk about what else Alex had done said that made it look like Drew really had done some dirty stuff, but Kelli got more involvement than we know too. Rianne Hardy says she need a straitjacket. I agree. E. Davis, thank you for being number 56, boo. So look, hold on. Let's get into it. This is what she said. As I close this chapter, girl, that chapter closed when you didn't show up. She said, as I close this chapter, I want to thank everyone who supported me, my friends, my followers, my amazing team. Girl, what team? This fool forgot we watched her try to poach a glam team from her midget friend. Okay. my amazing team, and everyone who defended my name. I decided to walk away from something that no longer serves me because I choose peace over destroying my mental. I'm having to read like this because she don't know where commas go. It's very easy to say what I should have done when most have not walked a day in my shoes. I choose me, and a lot of people can't say they choose themselves. I still have a lot of healing. You see how she taking the life out of me? I still have a lot of healing left to do, but you can't heal in the same place that made you sick. I don't owe anyone closure. I only owe myself to do what's best for me. My journey here is done, Brit, with a kissy mark. I don't know what that was supposed to be, but this is what she came with. Now, ain't no point in going through the comments on this because they gave her a fit. Ain't no point in going through the comments on this one because these people gave her a fit. When I say a fit, they gave her a whole fit, baby. Right. Destroyed her own mental with her foolery. Plum foolery. Bianca the Beautiful is in the chat. All right, sis. Okay. I feel better. I got sis on the phone, Bianca and Peanut. I'm covered because we about to get into some deep water. Yeah, she mentioned the husband of the family. Something is funny with all the stories now. Hey, Nina Ross. Do I believe? Let's get into this part. Let me take this down so we can just talk about this. And we're going to move on because Brit Eady is too little too late. Brit Eady wants to be in the mix with the rest of the girls, but Brit Eady is afraid of them girls. She's afraid of them. She proved it with Kenya. When they started going head to head, round for round, running off at the mouth, she got shook up, excited, got angry, made a fool out of herself, and threatened to shoot that lady. And while I don't care for Kenya Moore, you simply cannot do that. You cannot threaten to use a firearm on another black woman. You just can't do that. And got away with it. And we're going to get into that part in just a minute. Every time she was, going back and forth verbally with people, unless she had time to plot up and rehearse like Angela, she immediately got agitated and she wanted to stand up and threaten and talk about what she gonna do. And in this situation, she knew at that reunion she was going to be sitting down going nose to nose with these people, and there was going to be no way she could threaten to beat somebody up or fight them or do all this stuff. First off, ain't nobody scared of you, baby. You can only breathe through your mouth. I wouldn't be scared of you. You literally got to fight with your mouth like this. That's, if y'all notice, every time she take pictures, her mouth is always like this. Because she can't close the mouth because their nose don't work. Ain't nobody scared of you. But the reason Brit Eady gets so agitated is because verbally she can't spar with people. That mess that went on between her and Kelli, a lot of people gave her a whole lot of credit. They gave her a whole lot of pats on the back. Oh, she ate. Oh, she tore her up. No, she didn't. She heard stuff from that girl stylist and she was waiting on a chance to say it to her, and she said it. The bar is in hell. Hey, Quiet Storm, thank you for being number 60. So let's talk about why. Now that we know what we know from part one of that reunion last night, Brit Eady told Portia that her, Kelli, and Shamia had an alliance. Shamia admitted to it. So the alliance exists. And I'm so sorry. Quiet Storm and slid in. My girl, Miss Dogan, is in the house. Hey, Bookie, she's number 16. All right. My sister's here. Gifty says she couldn't take the heat, but she had seen the show and she thought Kenya was the easiest one she could climb off of. She thought the fans were going to be on her side. Absolutely. Abso-doggone-lutely. So now we're going to get into it. Now that we know what we know, Shamia, number one, I'm disappointed in her, but at the same time, I told y'all I've been seeing Shamia from way back before when she was supposed to be best friends with Portia, but then she teamed up with Candy and talk about the girl, and then Portia sit there and Phaedra talk about her, and neither one of them don't defend each other. I already knew what time it was. Them heifers was fake friends. They the same kind of people, and they are fake friends. So I've been knew this. This wasn't new information for me. And for people who've been watching this show, y'all had to know that about Shamil. Unless, you know, you get so blinded by the emotion of it all and not wanting to like one person over another that you pretend not to see the flaws in people, because I could see it from the beginning that those two are not friends. They were not friends for no reason. They were the same type of person. And I kept telling y'all that. Just like Portia's a snake and she'll snake people to help her. Shamil was a snake to her, and she was waiting for you to help her into certain spots so she could bite you. And that's what happened. Brandon say, when you can't spar verbally, you resort to violence, and on an all clear network like Bravo allowed her to get away with it is even lower. Well, let's talk about that. Why this all clear network was okay with her threatening gun violence. We got to talk about this thing. Now that we know what we know, it casts a different light on the events that took place. Yes, you say Shamia fooled you? That's a shame. Well, at least she was able to fool somebody, because she didn't get nothing past me. Hey, Allie from Miami, girl, thank you for being 61. So let's talk about why somebody like NBC Universal, these people, you know, their legal department don't play. Why would they be okay with that? Why would they protect her? Why would they let her do something that egregious and then just do like a little fake half behind apology to her? Put a 1 in the chat if you knew something was wrong with that from the beginning. If you just now thinking, maybe this ain't quite right, put a 3. If you knew from the jump something wasn't right with it, but you just couldn't put your finger on it, put the 1 in the chat. Let me put my 1. Because I told y'all at the time, something is wrong with this. Now, I was suspecting that it's possible maybe production told the new girls, hey, go after everybody. Some of y'all were here and heard me say it. I'm like, well, dang, did they tell Kelli go after Portia? Did they tell Brit to go after Kenya? Did they tell, you know, Angela to go after Shamil? Because it was weird. And I could tell that something was happening. I just couldn't figure out what. Like, I knew it wasn't what they were showing us. I knew it wasn't what they was trying to make it out to be. But I knew something in the milk wasn't clean, right? So y'all roll with me. Y'all roll with me a second. So if the alliance between Kelli, okay, Miss Nisa says she remember me saying that, right? Because I'm like, something ain't right. But they had their alliance. So now we know about the alliance. Lady Blue didn't pick up on it. I respect that. Because when people play in your face and you're a genuine person, you're not thinking that people trying to scam you, because your mind don't work like that. Baby, I done been around hoods and scammers and hustlers and marauders and swashbucklers and scallywags my whole life. I can spot you. So I knew something wasn't right, right? But now that we know about this alliance, we know we had 3 people, and Brit done came and told it. Portia wouldn't have thought she was dropping no heat if Brit hadn't came and told her to give her the impression she had some heat. So we got to read between the lines. And it's unfortunate that we got to move like that, because we dealing with a television show full of lying women. I swear for M&Ms, I ain't never seen such an assembly of deceptive damsels. I've never seen such an assembly of lying loose heifers. I've never seen such an assembly of signifying skanks. I mean, they will sit up and tell 50 of them lies, so you got to read between the lines. Yeah, she said alliance ruin shows, but they do. You can laugh, but she wasn't wrong. They do. And she know, because she took part in the one initially against Nene after Nene did everything for her. So she know. She know from experience what alliances do. But the fact that she dropped that there like a bomb on the table, if she was involved, she'd have never mentioned it. See, this is where Shamia think we stupid. Hey, Keisha, thank you for being 63, girl. Hey, too adorable. This is where Shamia think we stupid. This is who Portia had an alliance with, was Kenya Moore. Because they got together, went to the higher ups to say they didn't want Marlo there. And because both of them refused to film with Marlo, that's why Marlo wasn't back, because the people wanted Marlo back. Okay? To Adorable say, makes me wonder if the Alliance went and said they wouldn't film with Kenya. They probably did. They probably did. And let me tell you something else too. That's why Portia was confident in saying, I know for a fact that somebody went to them people and told them to fire Kenya, was trying to get Kenya fired. Portia know. And we kept saying, I believe it was Kelli, and I believe it was Kelli too. But it was like, how would she know? Did she have somebody in the back office that came back and told her what happened? Come to find out, it might have been Shamia that came back and told her, hey, because y'all know Shamia was trying to play both sides. Yeah, the whole season was a lie. It's like we was watching Traitors. And I ain't never watched one episode of Traitors. But this whole season on RHOA, season 16, has been one long season of Traitors. Now, look her. Now, yeah, Marlo would have held them accountable, but that's why they didn't want them there. That's why they didn't want her there. Wait. I don't want to miss nothing. Portia says she knew. I believe it was Kelli too. I believe so too, but Gifted, what I'm saying is, hey, Auntie Kim, what I'm saying is, we know about somebody going behind the scenes to do that because Shamia was able to tell Portia what she had heard. But she wasn't going to tell Portia, oh, I'm in it with him. She wasn't going to do that. Yeah, Shamia low down. She is. That's Sarah's daughter. Hey, she low down. But all of them are. That's why I don't like none of them. So now let's get back to the story at hand. So if they was working together, they was going to get Portia. We watched that scene in episode 1 where they sat down with Shamia, and Shamia's like, oh, I want to sit down and get to know the new girls. You didn't want to get to know them. You slipped and said during the season that you met Kelli at the radio station, and when your baby was sick and y'all became friends or whatever. So you weren't sitting with them to get to know them. But when she filmed, that's the way she put it out to us. She was sitting with them to get to know them. Then she told on herself last night when Andy Cohen started shading Angela and was like, why y'all didn't put Angela in the Alliance? What, she wasn't young and fun enough or young and fresh enough? I was like, you Powder Ranger, you. I don't like him either. Y'all heard what Shamia said. Well, see, why, I ain't really know her. We ain't really know her. So you knew them, but you were pretending not to, so they could say all the stuff about Portia that you didn't want to say. And so you could look like you was defending Portia. See, I'm the good friend. Look how bad Portia is. And y'all kept trying to provoke her. And when she wouldn't give y'all the argument you wanted, your alliance fell by the wayside. That's what happened. But now let's talk about it. Yeah, Shamia kept feeding Portia information, but Allie, she was trying to feed Portia information to provoke Portia into doing something. She needed Portia to do something, to get activated, but Portia did not do it. Cynthia's hands are somewhat clean, but she ain't squeaky either. She already knew him, Kim. So she was going to be up close on the inside, trying to feed Portia info, trying to help them provoke her. Portia didn't take the bait. She just was sitting up there looking at everybody crazy because I think she was 1 second from clicking out. Y'all know Portia ain't bright, and she ain't normal either. So, with that being said, that would explain why when they went to Brit Eady and was like, okay, well, instead of Portia, since Kelli is at Portia or Shamia's at Portia, what I want you to do, you go get Kenya. That explains why they protected Brit Eady. I feel like this so-called alliance between Brit, Kelli, and Shamia, they brought all three of them at the same time. And I think production knew there was an alliance. I think production might have told Shamia, hey, wrangle them 2 girls and y'all go get Portia. I think that's why Shamia was so confident in the beginning, like, oh, I'm the glue, and sitting up, bucking her neck like a chicken, because she thought she was so safe. She was so sure. She was such a shoe-in. That's why she was making comments when she went out to dinner, not to dinner, but to lunch with Portia, and she was just like, yeah, I'm not going to eat. Let me take my food. And she was like, y'all remember, put a 7 if y'all remember Shamia in the confessional, like, I mean, it's an adjustment for me to have a peach. It's different. And, don't feel good, do it. Or something to that effect. Put a 7 if y'all know what I'm talking about. She was very confident. She was overconfident because production was backing their alliance. See, when Nene tried to tell y'all that them people have alliances and production be working with them, trying to give you bad edits to make you look like you doing stuff, nobody listened. Nobody supported her. They did Kenya dirty, and y'all know I talked up for Kenya, even though I don't really care for Kenya, because y'all know me, right is right, wrong is wrong, and I'm going to always stick to that. But she didn't stand up when they did Nene dirty, and they did her dirty too. And then where Portia was concerned, Nene done helped her 11 times. She didn't stand up for Nene. Hey, Anita. Okay. Hey, Delicious. Thank you for being 36, gorgeous. And so they tried to do the same thing for her. But that also explains why she was like real aloof and being distant and walking away from situations, because she could smell it. She knew what they was doing. Because remember, she was a part of the original alliance against Lenithia. You remember that? The same year they went to Canada, and then she broke ties with the alliance, had Candy pissed off because she went running up to Nene talking about, it's so hard without you. Y'all remember that? If you remember, just say, I do, because I do. If you don't remember it, I do. Let me type my I do in the chat, because I do remember that. And Candy came and told y'all, Candy be lying too, but I can read between the lines. Candy was telling the truth on Portia. A lot of people didn't want to hear it because a lot of people like Portia. Portia can be fun, bubbly, or whatever, but Portia is a whole reptile. Now, she might be a pretty reptile with nice wigs and a cute shape, but that is a reptile. She is reptilian. And Candy tried to tell y'all, Portia was a part of this. She just broke off from us and ran back to Nene and made them look like the bad guys. But according to Candy, Portia was the main one. So when she started seeing what was happening, of course she could smell the setup, because she did the same thing to somebody who kept your job not once but twice. But that's what was going on. So now we're going to mosey on down the road. So you got Shamia. She's sitting up here on the inside. She Cobra Commander. You got Brit Eady and Kelli out in the front being the Bopsy twins, Tweedledum and Tweedledum as hell. Shamia in the background, like some kind of CIA operative. I'm gonna stay on the inside. I ain't gonna let them know we a throuple. I'm gonna let them think y'all a couple, but I'm really calling shots. So when she went and called Angela out to dinner with her and Kelli, they was trying to pull Angela in, but Angela and Drew was already part of some kind of setup with Kenya. So that didn't work. And when Angela went back and repeated to Kenya what they said, this is what I think, this is me putting two pieces together, so it don't mean nothing outside of my theory. When Angela went back and told Kenya what Shamia said, Kenya the one told her, turn it on her, give it to Portia. Tell Portia everything she said. Because Kenya thought, well, I'm going to burn Portia too, since Portia want to be friendly with Brit after she threatened to shoot me. Let's burn her too. She thought that would be enough to provoke her to fight with Shamia. These heifers was playing traitors. This was not housewives. This was goddamn, what's the thing? Where they killed, it was Professor Plum in the library with a candlestick. What is that? Clue. This was Clue. This was Clue. Yeah. Yeah, Toronto, Canada. It was Canada. I believe that was Canada when she did that. That was Canada, wasn't it? Well, whoever the hell it was, y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so now you got two different alliances. One alliance ain't enough. You got two. And Kenya backed Angela and Survivor. Yeah, that too. It could be Survivor too. Kenya backed Angela and Drew because she felt like, okay, me and you, Portia, we teamed up together to keep Marlo out, but then you not backing me after this girl threatened to shoot me. So once Kenya got bitter, she decided I'm going to help them do you too. So now what Portia was up against was two different alliances, both of them coming for her head to benefit from the hate train. I said, boom. Now, y'all know the other week I told y'all that because I could tell that there was two different groups two different people trying to ride the hate train. I didn't know that Shamia had a team because Shamia hid very well. Very, very well. That's Sarah's daughter. So look, all that didn't happen. Production is covering Brit Eady because Brit Eady was part of an alliance that production put together. So them people paid Portia good money to come back in there. If she was getting 1.5 to 2 million before, you know they upped the ante to get her back on there. But they was bringing her back so she could be the whipping boy. Everybody supposed to jump on Portia. They was gonna get great ratings because they knew the people was mad with Portia. It's gonna be a Portia takedown. Shamia stupid tail thought, oh yeah, now I'm gonna be a star. I'm gonna be Center Peach. I'm gonna be everything. Production is behind me. They brought me in. They told me to bring my girls, and we're gonna go run at Portia so I can come up off Portia's sweat. Now, you know what else makes sense? Ask me in the chat. Say what else? Ask me in the chat. I'm gonna tell y'all what else makes sense. Ask me what else. I'm waiting on somebody to say what else, neat. I'm gonna tell you what else makes sense. Thank you for asking. I'm so glad y'all asked. What else makes sense is why they was in Grenada and getting ready to go to Grenada. Why Bang Bang Sleazy thought they would not call her out about them 3 rolls of toilet paper and $250 in a cash app because she knew that they were in an alliance. That's why she was so upset. That's why she was so pressed, because she saw that it went from being a throuple to a couple, and she was the one that got kicked down by the wayside. Kelli latched on to Shamia, threw her away, probably because she ain't had no money. And they went, exposing her and pointing out how much she gave and all that. If Shamia didn't tell it, nobody wouldn't have known. So when Shamia told it, it wasn't just, oh, you trying to embarrass me. It was, oh, you turned on me, because she knew they were in an alliance. Thank you. Also, that explains why, when everything went wrong and the baby got sick in the car on the way back, why Brit Eady was screaming in her face, I love you. And it's like, girl, you barely talked to her. Yes, you did. You done talked to her. It make more sense now, don't it, y'all? It make more sense now, don't it, y'all? She was doing all of that because she done hung out with Shamia without the group. They done sat down and talked and went out to eat without the group. They done made alliances and agreements to take down Portia without the group. So when Shamia's over there crying and she sees Phaedra and Portia sandwiching and hugging Shamia and consoling her, she's like, oh, well, what about me? This is my time because I got an alliance with you too. See, Brit Eady, the kind of helper you don't want to do no crime with, because she'll see you shining too hard and call the feds on you, okay? Which is amazing because she's a whole criminal according to what the people say herself, her and Angela Oakley. But either way, and that's why she was up there screaming and yelling, oh, I love you. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to drink a shot. And ripping off her shirt and putting her titties on them people rented countertop in the Airbnb. Looking nasty and stupid. And see, out of context, it was like, what is she, a nut? But in context, now it's like, oh, wow. Dang it. So, with that being said, we may as well head on over to the people I suspect is bots. It's got bots online. And the people in question is Angela Oakley and Drew Sidora. That's why I got my girls here. In case anybody get froggy in my chat, my archangels are ready and able to get the slicing, cutting, and whatnot, and I don't want to. So just don't be too mad if you can help yourself. But we're going to go to Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, because that's an excellent place to kind of see the landscape. So let me tell y'all what I noticed. And y'all know I'm good at noticing stuff that people don't want me to notice. I notice things that everybody else overlooks. I noticed the ins and outs, the bits and the pieces of things when other folks are just looking at what's on the surface, what they're presenting, the narrative or the package they're selling. I see what's up underneath. What I've been noticing, it's a lot of random accounts on social media, and it's not, some accounts look legit, and I think some of them are just people who are natural followers, what they call them NPCs, non-player characters or whatever. Some people are just like that. They don't have original thought. They just repeat what everybody says so they can feel like they're a part of something. It's kind of pathetic. You probably should get medication or therapy or maybe deliverance from a good minister or something. But it's a lot of accounts that are not that. So some of these accounts maybe have 30 or 40 followers, and they all say the same thing or like different versions of the same stuff. Now, we noticed this with Nakatata, Nantucket, Nincompoop from over there in Potomac, little Miss Shrines with the bad wigs. She had so many bots. Like I was glad for her to be fired just so we didn't have to see another bot. And as soon as Angela Oakley came on the show, the bots were back. And no matter what happens with RHOA, the comments kind of remain the same. Oh, Angela ate down. Angela back tired from carrying. Angela back tired from carrying. One or two people saying that. 3 or 4, maybe you followers. Maybe you're just, bored, lonely losers. You don't have friends. You don't have a life. Maybe you don't think. But when I start seeing 50, 60 people saying the same exact words or like slight tweaks on the same sentence, you at your rabbit A mind if you think I don't know that's a bot. We just got through dealing with Arbery and his angels, the Snow Princess from Canada, and his angels online with all of the botting and harassing and attacking anybody who said anything about him. I can spot a bot. I can spot a bot. I believe they're botting. Antoinette said, use them critical thinking skills, girl. I be trying. Yep. Deborah say Brit did look shocked when Shamia turned on her about them shots before that dinner. Oh yeah, she did. But that's okay. I'm gonna pull up Twitter and we're gonna look at some of these comments and some of these Instagram pages too. You can literally go down. Matter of fact, put a 4 in the chat if y'all noticed, or now that I'm bringing it to your attention, can you recall seeing a bunch of comments that were almost identical about Angela and Drew? Let me know, now that I'm bringing it to your attention, does that sound like something you've seen? A lot of these comments, even when they're commenting about what happened, it looks like they're not watching the same show we're watching. It's like they're not watching the same show. They'll be saying something happened that didn't happen at all, and then you'll see a bunch of different random accounts repeating it. And it's like, at first I'm like, okay, are people just that weird? Or you noticed especially on Angela, but I saw some on Drew too. And we know if she got them, Angela probably paid for them. Because we know Drew needed $500 from Ralph to buy a plane ticket. So I'm not going to accuse her of paying for nothing. I'm not. Hell, for all we know, Kenya might have loaned them money. We know Kenya ain't broke. Now, Kenya got that business. She done put all that money in, but Kenya ain't broke. And people like to push on housewives. I think especially black women, they want to fantasize about black women being poor. But make no mistake about it, if Kenya Moore had $400,000 to put into a business, that sister ain't broke. Now, I do want her to make her money back, but that sister ain't broke. I did eat something, and I did have some sunshine today. Thank you. Yep, take your time pulling it up because, oh no, only 75 likes, and we're about to go dig into some mess. Hey, Anel. Well, Linnell. I'm sorry, Linnell. Why you let me call you Anel? So are we not going to hit the likes before we share this? What are we doing? But we got to try to figure it out. And then we got some bloggers that look suspicious as hell. When all that mess came out, when Angela tried to lie on Phaedra, it was some bloggers that were looking real suspicious. It's like they were trying to push this narrative really, really hard, even though it sounded stupid from the very beginning. And then once the young man Alex exposed everything, now all of the ones that I suspect have been paid, now they're changing their story. Their story is changing too. Well, see, he probably just lied. He just wanted attention. He just wanted 5 minutes of fame. Angela wouldn't do this. Baby, we heard that 15-minute phone call. Something fishy is going on. And at this point, once I've seen Angela and the lengths that she will go to control and spin a narrative, ma'am, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. So let's share the screen. And I just want us to like go on our own, just take our time and take a look at what the hell is really out there. Right to Adorable. To Adorable says, honestly, Phaedra is the perfect usual suspect. She is, because she's shady. She's a lawyer. She's crafty. She don't tell the truth all the time. And I mean, none of them do. But, you know, she's always so, I don't know, so smarmy about it. I think that's what makes it so, you know, easy to just say, oh, it's her. Because they're all just a pack of liars. Just a big pack of liars. Okay, we're gonna look at this one. Somebody put a post up on the Peach Report. Oh, don't sleep on Angela Oakley. Girl, there's nothing to sleep on. You're a sad, weird liar with a man that has you pulling stunts to try to control narratives. Okay, this is old. Wait, are there comments here? Oh no, this is old. This is old. The old ones ain't gonna give it to us. I guess we're gonna have to do the latest. Yeah, because that's from June of 2024. That ain't enough. That ain't enough. All these advertisements getting on my nerves. Okay. Even the weirdness with people like trying to act like the weird little goofy, corny Simon Says You Have No Storyline. Like, oh, that was so burned. It wasn't. It was Cornhurst and everybody knew it. Antoinette said, I suspected Candy is the only reason for Drew and Angela's animosity toward Phaedra. You keep saying that, but it doesn't add up. Like, it just doesn't. If I saw it, I would say it. But the only person whose fingerprints appears to be on this is Kenya. And I know you would maybe like it to be Candy, but I don't think so. Bravo definitely needs to stop hiring fans. Hey, blessed woman of God, how you doing? There's my beautiful niece, Couture Bay. Hello, gorgeous. We so glad to see you. Belize and JB done slid up in here. Hey, sis. Okay, I didn't see you, but let's get into it. So this one we kept seeing a lot as soon as the reunion went off. It's a whole bunch of, oh, Simon Says, ha ha ha. Simon Says, it's like that was not funny. Like, it wasn't funny. It wasn't interesting at all. And that's why I'm just like, you know, the stuff that nobody in real life was impressed with, these people are all over the place. This is one you see all over. She ate her up with this one. She ate her up with this one. She gagged since Drew got her good. Simon Says, bingo. It was a lot of people saying it was rehearsed, but it landed. No, it didn't. Here's another one. Simon Says, as in the game of the ex-husband, play on words. It's a lot of stuff over and over. It's a lot of people that'll say clock it. Like, just be aware. And I'm pointing it out because it's weird, but I'm also pointing it out because I know some of you get on social media and you engage with these accounts and you go back and forth with these accounts. And you may be arguing with a program. You're never going to run out. They're never going to run out of responses because you're arguing with a bot. You're arguing with a bot. You're not arguing with real people. And see, just like I noticed that Andy took sides, There was a lot of like weird posts like this. Time for a new host, and he's unprofessional. And it was a bunch of them online too, like a whole bunch of them. Hold on. I may have to. They done started putting so many pictures, and I don't really want trouble with Bravo. Hold on. We're gonna go to the Instagram ones because the ones for Instagram don't have that many pictures. Hey Rochelle, the sweetest thing. Couture Bay says it was corny and they used Portia as a storyline. They did. They did. And then it's like they legit got mad because Portia wouldn't feed in. Hey, Gaby. You're not that late, Bookie. Thank you for being 84. Says oh my, so many folks thought Drew was saying something with that. What I'm telling you is, Deborah, I don't think it was so many people that thought that. I think what we're seeing is a lot of bot accounts. It's a lot of botting going on. Amanda said that was very corny, but I will say her telling Shamia to hop in Portia's lap made me laugh. It didn't, because it's not even new. Everything lapdog. You call Fat Tomb a lapdog to Sheree, and you back calling somebody else a lapdog, all while you got a sheepdog on your head for a wig. It didn't land. Trina said, child, Drew and Angela comeback was weak, and Angela, the age of Phaedra and the face of Patti LaBelle and the neck of Gizzard is ridiculous and pathetic. You know I wasn't going to do this. Yeah, Drew didn't have no story. Her whole storyline was pretending that Portia was trying to hurt her. That was her whole storyline. But this right here, hold on, y'all. This right here, though, you're not going to tell me this lady is 40 anything. You're not going to tell me this woman is 40 anything. And people kill me like, oh, Phaedra don't look young. Phaedra is 51. So I'm not looking for Phaedra to look like a 40-something-year-old, but you're not going to tell me you're 43 and this is you. Let me say that again. You are not going to tell me you are 43 and this is you. You're not. You're not. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. I'm not sorry at all. That's why I say all these women are a bunch of weird liars. They're so weird. We're going to get to Portia, too, if I get time. I got something for her, too. Because they've all got on my nerves. Cynthia got on my nerves the least out of everyone. But literally everybody who, like, opposed Angela or her storylines, the comments were, like, identical over and over and over. And it was just hard to even take serious. And I feel like it does a disservice to, you know, the actual viewers, because when I get ready to, you know, come to y'all with something, I will generally go to social media and see what the people think, like how y'all seeing it, so I can kind of get an idea for what I'm looking at. But I couldn't get that because it was so many bots in these chats. And the fact that that Angela's story fell flat, the bots that I'm seeing about that is a bunch of, it's like a bunch of random people fit in saying, somebody explain why y'all think that Angela's lying. What do you mean? We saw the evidence. Are you good? Let's share the screen. I'm just really tired. We go from fake storylines to now they're botting social media. We can't even have a viewer experience without them taking over and controlling everything. So now we can't even talk about them without them trying to control it. And I don't care what nobody says. To me, this has Angela's name written all over it, because who else is going to be weird and manic enough to try to control what people say or what people's opinion are about what's going on? Angela's the only person who wants to control what people think. Only her. Nobody else is that twisted. Okay, here we go. Make it as small as possible and no sound so we can kind of get to the comments. Okay, so here are some of these weird comments. This one is like, Oh, and she said it's alarming that Portia was eager to believe Phaedra. It was crickets. No, it wasn't. This one says, I don't understand. Maybe I'm slow. Somebody explain why people are saying Angela did it. Hold on. Okay. These are the real people. Let's get to the bots. Hold on. Phaedra knew Candy and lied on her. Case closed. Hold on. I don't know. This one might have been busted. I don't think the bots could really take over this one. When I checked it earlier, it was more. Dang. Y'all, we might have to check another one. I think y'all real girls drowned them out on this one. I think the real girls drowned them out on this one. To be honest. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Oh, this that Portia and Shamia is. We gotta get something where it's about Angela or Drew, and then we can get it. Okay. Okay, so this is the whole Drew and Portia hug it out stuff. And we all, Portia was just being, pageant girl, I'm gonna hug you so you can leave me the hell alone type stuff. So the girls hated Drew because Portia did. Now Shamia and Kelli look crazy. No, nobody hated Drew. Drew was just gross and weird. She was dragged into an apology by the fans. There's a bunch of people saying, oh, Portia just didn't want the smoke. And I'm like, what smoke? Drew doesn't have smoke for anybody. She hasn't pulled her neck out of her shoulder in the last 4 seasons. Portia doesn't have a choice because she can see Drew is winning. Portia did this to Drew for a storyline. Bye, Portia. You only apologize for the public's opinion. Drew had no business being in last chair. It's a bunch of those. And then when you go to the accounts, like, look at this. You go to this account. These are the accounts that are saying this stuff. No picture, no post. They're following a bunch of people, but it's only like 9 followers. Like, this is what's going on. These people are literally trying to control what we say and trying to control narratives because they know it's a lot of people who legit only repeat what they see the crowd say. So whatever the popular opinion is, there's a whole lot of people who only repeat what's popular. So they're trying to control the narrative. And it's weird. It's creepy. It's got Angela's creepy, weird, controlling, wannabe, mob wives fingerprints all over it. Couture say it was wild. People kept bringing up Candy like mama wasn't there. Get over it. Right. It's like, and I'm somebody who don't even like Candy. And if I can see it, I'm always wondering, like, y'all don't see this don't have nothing to do with her. Candy's taking care of her baby. And Riley's adorable. I saw her fit for Candy Carter. She was really cute. It was just legs everywhere, and I loved it. Ms. Nisi said, yeah, a lot of YT content don't think Angela did it. They go back to season 9 with Phaedra. I'm so glad you keep it real. Yes, a lot of the YouTube content creators are actually, I believe a lot of them have been paid or promised, certain information and access and inside info, or, one or the other or all of to just keep pushing a narrative. And it's like, stop it. It's the dishonesty for me. And it's the fact that you have no integrity, that somebody can give you a certain amount of money or access or promise you tangibles, and you're willing to not only tell lies, but to push a lie. to people who you know are easily and who are easily manipulated or are susceptible to suggestion. And I think that's really nefarious. Child, the only thing Angela needs to do is get some Gold Bond for crepe skin and aging skin like that neck. Hey, aging is a blessing. And my thing with Angela, girl, if you don't want to tell your age, don't, because I'm never telling mine, but don't lie. Like, it's just weird. It's weird. Antoinette said, I kept reading comments about people being confused and asking if Phaedra really did it. Yeah, nobody's confused at this point. But when you see those accounts, tap on them. A lot of them don't have faces. You go to them, there's no post. Some of them 0 followers. They're following like 600 or 700 people, and it's mostly celebrities or bloggers or content creators. Those are not real people. Those are bots. So I'm telling y'all ahead of time so that you don't get caught up arguing with a machine or a program. Those are not humans. Those are bots. And we got to ask ourselves the question, Bravo let Nakatata get away with botting the chat, botting social media for Real Housewives of Potomac. And now we got Angela and Drew botting social media. It's annoying, okay? The fact that you just came on the show and your first instinct is to pull a Nakatata. I'm going to try to get content creators to say good stuff about me, and I'm going to bot everybody's social media chat. Stop it. Like, legit, stop it. I'm not saying I can prove it. I'm just saying that it looks suspicious as hell. It should not be that many accounts with no avatar picture or stock photos, because I did put a couple of them into Google Lens and they were stock photos, and we got no followers, no posts. And all we're seeing is Angela back hurting from carrying. Drew ate that up. Drew shouldn't be in last seat. Stop it. It's the same comment over and over. It's fake, it's phony, it's full of crap. And I know something's wrong. Hey, Sharon Middleton, thank you for being 87. And I know something is wrong because when people get over here, they're like, or they'll see me on social media and they're like, dang, I thought I was the only person who didn't like Angela. No, it's a gang of us who don't like Angela. Because it's obvious that Angela's not a good person. And I'm not saying she's a bad person and others of these ladies are great people, because y'all know I don't think any of these women are good women. Not one of them. You know it's a bad season when I think that Cynthia Bailey is the least offensive. That says everything, because Cynthia offends the hell out of me. But Cynthia Cheekbones Bailey was the least offensive woman on that entire cast. All of those women are horribly offensive. I think this is the most I could really stand Portia, because she just shut up. Most of the season, she just shut up. She didn't talk. She's much more likable when she doesn't talk. Yeah, it was definitely bots. It's Twitter and it's in IG and Instagram. And I find it funny. You got content creators pushing narratives, but I don't think it's that many bots on YouTube, because even when the content creators are pushing narratives, you can look in the comment section and people are like literally pushing back against the content creators' BS narratives. And some of them even look nervous telling these lies. Yeah, supposed to be 44. 44 my foot. While she talking about who went to school with Phaedra's oldest brother. Did you go to school with Phaedra's oldest brother? Because I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. I ain't saying nothing, but I'm just saying. I don't know why people be online arguing over these people who probably wouldn't spit on them. They're not people, they're bots. They're bots. And the reason I'm pointing it out is because you can be online just literally giving your opinion as a viewer, and one of these bots will jump in your mentions and start insulting you and arguing with you, and you will think that you're going back and forth with a person, and it is a bot. So I'm giving you the heads up when somebody, if you make a comment, and you should be able to, as a viewer, we watch the shows, we should be able to have engagement on social media, you know, like a community, like normal women, because this is kind of what we do, and be like, "Ooh, I didn't like her shoes," or "Ooh, I don't think I believe her," without a bot replying to you under your comment. and start attacking and insulting you and all this stuff. And then for you to click on a profile and it's no avatar picture, 0 followers, 0 posts, following 500 all bloggers and content creators and celebrities. Couture Bay say the fact that she thought she ate Phaedra up is wild. And Portia was like, look at these fools. Right. They were boring somebody as ditzy as Portia. Just let that sink in. Let it sink in. Antoinette said, I really struggle to remember anything Drew said except Simon Says, and he reached out to Ralph. That was all. And then she told some weird lie that Portia was talking bad about her music. Portia embarrassed Shamia about her music, which I thought was weird from the get-go. The only thing that makes sense is she had already heard something about something Shamia did. Because I told y'all up front, I'm like, if that's your homegirl, why would you be talking over her music? And you kept saying, is that Drew? It sounds like Drew. I think that's Drew. That ain't Shamia. That's Drew. She clowned on Shamia. She never said nothing about that girl's music. Like, that was the only thing I watched Drew do was be a weirdo, which is always, Drew is a creep. And I keep telling y'all she's a creep. Deborah says, almost every thumbnail I saw on many content creator channels were going up for Drew and Angela. Right. They're thinking if we can just pay people to like favor us and give biased commentary in our favor, then we can come back. Because, you know, they found out that Phaedra she has a guaranteed contract. So in order for them to get invited back, they're thinking if we can just make it look like the public loves us so much, then we'll be back. I believe NBC Universal is smart enough to tell that you nincompoops, you two clowns in bad wigs are using bots. What in my opinion, what Angela and Drew should have done to guarantee that they were both coming back was to show your real life. Drew, you had a lot going on, mama. You didn't give it to us. Instead of giving us your real life, you hid it, you lied about it, and tried to make your whole storyline about working with Portia's baby daddy so you could pretend like she was jealous of you. That was your whole season. Following Portia around, trying to make her talk to you so you could fake an argument and pretend she was bullying you. That was your whole season. Angela had a lot to work with. She had that disrespectful daughter. She had her mama who took sides with her sister and left her house that she said she spent over $400,000 on and didn't even tell about it to the last minute. I was kind of scared for her to give us more with Charles because, you know, he kind of makes me nervous. But she had a lot going on and she didn't give us real story. She ran around with her alliance, her and Drew and Kenya, and trying to set stuff up and stir the pot. And she decided she was going to go after Shamia because she was jealous of that woman's lifestyle and the way her husband treats her. And Drew spent all her time going after Portia. And instead of going after people and thinking that the whole idea of the show is to take somebody down, that's why you're scared. And that's why you're paying content creators. And that's why you got content creators lying for you. And that's why you got bots on our social media. Like, at this point, we got fatigue. We got reality TV fatigue as it is because it's getting redundant. It's very predictable. And y'all keep overproducing and giving us a fake version of reality. But if that's not enough, now y'all want to take it to a whole nother level. We're going to add in bots and paid content creators. Respectfully, disrespectfully, go directly to hell. I'm tired. If you're not, I am. By the looks of your neck, Angela, you should be. But if you're not, by chance, perhaps, mayhap, if you're not tired, my darling, I am. So I'm tired of what Phaedra did to Candy 8 years ago. Yeah, and I'm like, I'm never gonna care that she repeated a rumor. I'm never gonna care. Ever gonna care. Ever. Because everybody on that cast is repeated rumors. Couture Bay say it was the guaranteed contract that gagged them. I mean, esophageal hemorrhage level gagging. Drink hot tea for the next 4 to 6 weeks gagging. So now let's talk about Kelli Ferrell. We ain't gonna take long on her, but I want to know y'all's thoughts on Kelli. I do. I want to know y'all's thoughts on Kelli. Papa brought me seed. But I want to know y'all's thoughts on Kelli because I feel like We didn't pay enough attention to her this season because all she did was go from being Brit Eady's cheerleader to Shamia's cheerleader. And you know, that's it. So we didn't really get to see a lot, right? But Kelli Ferrell made a lot of very bad decisions. A lot of them. And I understand that she was trying to do I'm gonna pick a fight with Portia because I'm trying to be close to Shamia, but I feel like even that was a horrible mistake. The mistakes of Kelli Ferrell. One was coming on the show in an alliance that benefited Shamia and not you. Let's talk about that. Yes. She came on a show to be part of an alliance that benefited Shamia, but not her. So she was supposed to attack Portia. Shamia was going to defend Portia. Shamia gets to look like a good person, a good friend. Like she's so naive. She's so gullible. You know, oh, poor Shamia, you know, Portia's big bad wolf, grr, arg, right? And then Portia took all of the ammo from this girl by taking her out to lunch and cracking jokes. She even let the girl insult her a little bit, played it off. And now you have nothing. She didn't take the bait. So now you're still stuck in this alliance. And you're dedicated to it. Because when Shamia went to go sit down with Angela Oakley to pull her in it, you went to and exposed yourself. Think about that. Kelli wasn't even smart enough to leave it where you say I'm involved, but you ain't seen my face. She went with her. And then when Angela repeated what was said, which that explains why Angela didn't have no allegiance to Kelli. When she repeated what was said and Kelli knew, that's why Kelli ran to tell Shamia at Portia's event, hey, everything you said, Angela repeated it. Y'all remember how she said it? Everything you said to Angela, she repeated it to Portia. Shamia got mad and got on the defensive and tried to hurry up and pick the fight because she saw that Portia wasn't taking the bait. But it's like Kelli reduced herself to a go-between. She reduced herself as somebody who had to report to Shamia. And then once she latched on to Shamia, she threw Brit Eady by the wayside. Because it's like, well, girl, everybody hates you because of what happened with Kenya. So, yeah, I don't really want to be, you know, freaking frack the Temu version with you. I'd rather try to do this with Shamia. Because, see, she felt like Shamia had a guaranteed way in. And it blew up. So we go from you being Brit Eady's sidekick to Shamia's sidekick whole season. And then at the reunion, when it was your chance to make things about you and be interesting, you still was trying to do Shamia's dirty work. What was that weird comment she made? Oh, don't compare your divorce to mine. Nobody did. And goes, well, I was with him 11 years and you was only married for 11 months. And it was like, what was that supposed to do? Can we talk about the fact that you was with this man for 11 months and you said he was beating your tail? And when you got away from him, all you had to show for it was paying $300,000, being $100,000 plus behind in rent and late fees, and being sued by Navy Federal Credit Union for $26,000 and losing your home. I wouldn't have told nobody I stayed with a man 11 years and that's what I got. She didn't even think about it because the only thing she's focused on is being a sidekick. She played herself with Brit Eady. Brit Eady threatened Kenya with a firearm. There's no way around that. Brit Eady did that. Kelli lied to Kenya's face before she left. Oh, I didn't hear her say that. You knew your friend was dead wrong. And instead of you just saying, I'm going to be there for you, you going over and above thinking you can buy friends, paying somebody to come to her house and do IVs and do this and do that. And she wasn't even studying you. That's what happened. But Kelli made a lot of bad decisions. Another bad decision she made was being on that show, trying to act like she had so, her coin was secure and she's spending for glam teams and doing this and doing that, paying for parties for a dog, peace brunches for Brit with raw grits. Even if the grits weren't done, she had to pay for them. And this girl ain't spent $1 trying to be your friend, but you spending all of this only to find out that paying $300,000 for a divorce put you in the hole where you couldn't pay $100,000 in rent. And you on this show arguing with women who can afford to do it. Every one of those ladies on that OG couch can afford to do what you couldn't afford to do. Did y'all not catch that comment that Phaedra Park said to her? She's like, about $300,000. What Phaedra told her? You got all cheap. And I caught that. I was like, so y'all gonna call this girl broke to her face? I wouldn't go around y'all. I ain't got that kind of money. But you talking about you in here jumping in people's face that you can't afford to be in the room with, Kelli. Kelli makes bad decisions. $300,000 for a divorce meant that you couldn't pay $100,000 in rent. It meant that you couldn't pay $26,000 in Navy Federal. And you arguing with these women talking about in that man's house. You mean the house that she was smart enough to get a prenup that said she could stay there until she refinanced or sell it? That house? That one? You arguing with women. Like I said, look at Kenya. Kenya done put $400,000 in a salon. You can't put $400 in unless you got it to spend. You can look at how these women live and they not poor, Kelli. Kelli makes bad decisions. And I want to know what y'all think about the ex-husband. Do y'all think she telling the truth about him beating on her? And her needing a security because he was going to come get her and do something to her? Yeah, do y'all believe her? Because at this point, I don't know that I do. I don't know that I believe it. Because I feel like if he was really beating you up and everything you said was true, why the judge didn't award you anything? Why is all the money coming out of your pocket? During the show, she said she had to pay $158,000 to get rid of him. At the reunion, she's telling us it was $300,000. You spending out a lot of money to get rid of this man. If he was as bad as you say, why didn't the judge award you something? Yeah, she said that. But then we heard an alternate story, Belize and JB, from her own mouth. He was arrested because he didn't pay his child support. She said they arrested him the time prior to that. He paid the purge, and they allowed him to bond out with part of the child support money. And then when she came back from court that day, she said he got arrested because he didn't pay that child support again. That's what she said, but then she said something different. So what's true? Right, and why so much money? What judge is going to award him money and you got to compensate him and he's throwing your head? Welcome to a bed. Well, she loved to say knocking her head between the washer and dryer. Something about that story ain't right. I'm not saying he's no good guy because I don't know him. But I don't believe her, and I think her story is a little fishy. I was interested at first, but when she didn't want to give us the story, now I'm not interested no more. I'm not. Kelli did herself a disservice playing sidekicks this whole season. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't want to see her back. Yet say, and definitely, and Andy definitely wasn't feeling her. Me either. Say that was the last time they went to court. But Belize and JB, she said, "Do you want me to pull up the audio? Because I don't mind." She said that he got arrested for child support, but she said that's why he got arrested the last time. That's what she said. If it's a lie, she told it. Don't worry, I'll find it. Sharon, I don't know a lawyer alive that can help you get money out of a woman you done beat her half to death, and it's proof. I don't know one. Yeah, Andy was definitely calling out. But if y'all want me to roll the footage, she said that. And when she said it, bells and whistles went off in my head because I'm like, girl, you told us he got arrested because he threatened to, murk you in open court. Then after he got arrested this time, you said, yeah, that same reason he got arrested last time. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. How many times he been arrested? Because when you told us the first time, you didn't say he been arrested multiple times. And when you said that's why he got arrested last time, I feel like Kelli forgot she had told us that man got arrested for saying he was going to kill her in open court. I don't believe he said it. Don't worry. And she was sitting up there talking to Shamia. That's when it happened. I can find it. If y'all got time, give me a minute. I'm sure finna find it. Y'all, what episode number was it when she went to court? That was after she came back from. That was after they came back from Grenada, right? Or before they went to Grenada? It was after, because I remember she said that Shamia asked her, had she talked to Brit, and she said, no, I ain't talked to her since we came back from Grenada. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get it. It was the one where they came back from Grenada. And she went to court with that white outfit with that long ponytail looking ridiculous. And when she did, she came back. She met with Shamia. Shamia had on that orange outfit. I'm fast forwarding as quick as I can, y'all. We got to get them all the way off the island and back in Atlanta. I'm going to get it. Antoinette said the shows are so scripted. Yeah, it's not so much that it's scripted. It's the fact that you got people overproducing and trying to create a false reality. Reality TV supposed to be reality and that you construct it. Why this thing don't want to let me pull it up? Wait, Bianca just sent me something, y'all. Hold on. Wait a minute. Bianca, when this came out, y'all, we might have breaking news. Nashina M. Girl, thank you. My first support of the whole day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your very first new car. Congratulations. Y'all type congratulations in the chat. 13 miles on it. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations, sissy. And thank you for the support, boo. Yesterday now, which is today. Okay. Y'all, thank Nashina M. That's my first support, and congratulations to her. Y'all, we got to switch. We got to switch platforms, honey. Some mess then came out. Y'all, we got mess. The dude that exposed Angela, he put out some more stuff. Lord have mercy. Hold on. Hey, Human Nature. Yep, 13 miles in a new car smell, honey. Oh, man. Y'all, this is too much on my spirit. I'm so tired. Truth is, I'm tired. Like, I'm really tired, y'all. I'm not joking or kidding. Okay. I'm glad I got my seats. My nerves bad now. Oh, I'm glad I got my seeds. Okay. I'm getting it, y'all. He got something to say. Okay. Here you go. Let's share the screen. No, I'm not doing no Beyond No Gates. I don't watch that stuff. How y'all gonna complain and say reality show scripted and tell me to go review a scripted show? Come on now. I'm getting it right now, niece. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to have to get through this. Let's make sure I got everything up. I killed the sound because I don't know if he's talking or not. Let me see if he's talking. Oh, it's music. It's okay. It's not like real music. I can do it. Okay. So I don't care if the music. Okay, so this is the first. Can I pause this and make it stop? I'm turning this sound off. So it says this is an act. Somebody is him on Twitter. He added Angela. He said, Angela Oakley, your failed attempts to frame Phaedra have flopped. Apologize to Phaedra Parks by 4 p.m. tomorrow, which is gonna be in a few minutes, by 4 p.m. tomorrow, or I will release part 6 on TikTok with the real receipts you don't want out there. Baby Angela, you started this extortion stuff, girl, and now they tearing you up. Angela, they are tearing you up. I'm giving y'all time to read this screenshot, whatever you got to do. This is what's being said. This is what's being said. This is what's being said. Okay. The next thing, Avila achieving results together. It says, Angela, sad to see you go this length on a Saturday before the reunion aired to silence us because you knew we were going on the reunion. You knew, because you knew you were going on a reunion to triple down on a lie. And you wanted to be sure we didn't tell the truth. You know what we have not shared. We spared you, but apologies to Phaedra Parks and Marcus by tomorrow by 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or I will drop part 6. So let's look at what he's showing here, okay? Because we're going to pay attention to everything because Angela made these people such a big part of the story, and we're going to honor what she wanted us to look at. Now, this was Avila achieving results together. This was July 4th of 2025 via electronic message, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter to Alex Hines. He got his Instagram information, reference numbers, and all that. So I'm assuming this is some sort of a legal service that she's using to Mr. Hines and Mr. Merritt. I'm having to squint because it's small. This firm represents Angela Oakley, and it was highlighted. So he's got the rest of it covered in black because he's, letting us know if she apologized, he ain't gonna put her out there. But it looked like, I don't believe Angela's gonna apologize. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all think she's gonna apologize. Published and promoted a multi-part video series on TikTok, among other, that's bleaked out. That Miss Oakley affirms that she has never met or communicated with either of you, and your statements. No, honey, you met and you communicated with them, girl. It don't matter if you use Drew. Yeah, Angela's trying to shut these boys up, and they're making it very clear they're not going to be shut up. I'm not sure what she thinks is going to happen, but I don't have a good feeling about this. Let's read the next one. It was something else that he was showing. Okay, here we go. It says, Angela, do you want to tell the people who this guy is? Oh my God. Angela, do you want to tell the people who this guy is? The lengths you have gone to be deceptive are unfortunate. Tomorrow, the people will know the truth, part 6. Okay, so y'all, who the hell is this man? Hoppo, who this man? Mind you, her saying through the legal firm affirming that we never met. Baby, you met somebody because production was there filming when you met with these people. Y'all, is Angela okay? We literally saw footage of all of y'all sitting at the table together. So how is this affirming? How are you going to use affirm to affirm that you never met them when we saw you meeting them, Angela? So now I'm going to ask y'all. Do y'all think that Angela gonna apologize, or is this boyfriend embarrass her? Amanda K say her pride won't let her. See, Couture Bay say her marriage is for sale and she would do anything to be on the show. I agree at this point. Deborah Randall saying she was drinking with as per usual. She was drinking. Yeah, I had to ask Hoppo who this man, because he said to Angela, you want to tell the people who this man is? Dang. Bianca says she ain't gonna do it and she ready for the tea. Blessed woman of God say she ain't gonna do it. Sharon say nope, she ain't gonna do it. Amanda K said that's what happened when you try to strong arm someone to clear the husband name. Right. Oh. Couture Bay say, I knew grandma was lying to get her out of here. Let me tell you something. Couture Bay, I know you over there working hard across the water. But baby, that boy say Drew Sidora said out her own mouth. Marcus said that Drew told him that why should Phaedra be able to come there and get money? You know, they don't work so hard. Why should she be able to come here and get some of theirs? So they really wanted that lady to be fired. They were trying to steal a check from her. So they thought it was funny that Brit Eady basically calls Kenya a check. So they wanted to cause Phaedra a check too. Didn't know Phaedra had a guaranteed contract. She ain't got no reason to come at you. Y'all, this crazy. Outside the box say this tangle webs we weave. I think she about to get embarrassed. I think so too. This is why I believe this lady is not above using bots. Look at all this mess she did just to try to lie on Phaedra. And she didn't even know Phaedra was shading and clowning her. She was smiling in Phaedra's face thinking, oh, I got her fooled and I'm going to be the one to get her out of here. Not realizing, girl, Phaedra wasn't studying you like that. She was shading the hell out you. And she had a guaranteed contract while you playing games. Tick tock. Tick tock is where it's at. Tick and the top. But Tourbe say her side piece, maybe. I hope that ain't her side piece. I don't trust Mr. Oakley if she got to go home and tell that man that she out here tiptoeing. You're welcome, lovely. You've been waiting on part 6. Well, girl, look like if Angela don't apologize, we ain't got to wait too much longer. Hey, Sinclair. Y'all, this crazy. Outside the box say she could have made up a person who told a lie at this point. She should have just hired an actor. You know what? Okay. How many of y'all think Angela finna drop that surveillance footage? Oh my God. If he dropped that, it's gonna be on. Outside the box said can't be production. I think production started it and Angela went too far because she wanted to control the narrative, just like she trying to control the chats, putting bots in it, in my opinion. I don't know it to be true. That's what I believe. That's what I suspect, because there are bots. I know they're bots. I just don't know who sent them. And I suspect it's Angela, because we see she will do anything to control the narrative, much like she came back out to try to make him clear up the story after he sat on that podcast and said he don't know why he married her and he thinks somebody might have put something in his drink. That she going another off the wall nose. Oh no, not she gonna get another off the wall nose. That's my song. Why you jabbing, sis? Phaedra hit him up, style and winning, and Drew up there done told Marcus that they wanted to put it on Phaedra because why should she be able to come back over there and they've been working? First of all, Drew, you just got there. You're literally on a show that Phaedra helped build. Pull your neck out of your shoulders and your head out of your behind. Remember, she's coming out with a podcast on YouTube. I heard. I ain't gonna watch that. Watch her little weird tail sit up there and tell all them strange lies. She's a very creepy woman. I don't know why she ain't apologized, but she want to stick to that lie real bad. I think at this point, Angela's too embarrassed to apologize. Listen, if she provoked them boys to drop that footage of him at that restaurant, he might leave her. The side chick might win this time, y'all. And y'all know I do not root for no husband snatchers, but the husband snatcher might win this time. Listen, you know I like to see any sister get their money. I don't even have to like you. But if you my sister, I want to see you get your money. Y'all, this is crazy. I don't know what's finna happen. I don't. So who gonna be watching to see when part 6 drop? Bianca, you got me? Oh, B say he gonna leave for the husband snatcher, especially if her neck look better than Angela's. Y'all, this is too much. This too much. This too much. Blessed woman of God, you're gonna be watching too. Thank you, sis. Those of y'all who not in Discord, we need y'all to get in Discord. Bianca, put that Discord link in the chat. Because whoever see it first, let me know. Inbox me on Discord. Bianca said, you know I'm going to send it to you right when it drops. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yeah, Angie girl, make sure your notifications on. For this lady right here, they keep telling us she 43. Olivia here. If she don't apologize, I trust Alex. Alex been outing her real good. Alex is the reason why we know what she did. Because Marcus was still trying not to talk. Alex told everything. Showed everything too. All the proof for everything he said. I didn't like that either, Sharon. You don't try to step on a sister money. That's why I didn't like that mess Drew did. Get on a Breakfast Club and talk about that girl wigs, and you was wearing that girl wigs. And them was the only wigs you had look decent. Now Portia done repossessed them wigs, and she walking around here with roadkill, with the whole roadkill cafe on her head. You don't try to mess with nobody's money. When Shamir tried to embarrass Kenya, oh, ain't no products, it's just water. It was kind of funny, but when you look back at it, that's kind of mean. Why would you try to mess with that lady money? You don't mess with people money. That's how they feed their family. Deborah said, I've been waiting all day since 4. You know what you probably did, but I wasn't in there. I wasn't in Instagram. And that's normally where you contact me. Yeah, she ain't called Alex no liar yet, but that legal paperwork, she said, had them saying that she never met him or Marcus, but we saw y'all on tape sitting down talking together with you and Drew. So you absolutely met him, honey. You said maybe LaToya can buy her a wig. You mean after Drew lied on LaToya and then lied on Candy? Why would they buy her a wig? They gonna make her keep wearing them feather dusters. I don't know. I guess we'll find out if we get part 6. I'm waiting. So listen, y'all. Y'all tell Angela good night. And we're going to wait and see what happens. Whether we get a part 6 or whether Angela clean up this mess. At this point, I almost don't want her to. Because I want to see the rest of the receipts. Okay? So look, we done been in here for 1 hour, 58 minutes and 51 seconds. And it is time to go. It is the middle of the night. Y'all get some sleep. Okay? You know what time it is. Bye, Angela, girl. Good night, girl. If y'all didn't hit the like button on the way in, please make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Hit your notification bell. Make sure you... And if you want to join channel membership and put that crown by your name so we can celebrate your birthdays and we can, link up and do the things that we like to do as a family over here. So join button beneath the video and a membership link in the description box. Also, in the description box, we got the link for my book, Little Girl, Big World. It is a survival guide for girls leaving home for the first time. We got the link for our storefront, so you can get your crown gear and represent the royal family. We got the link for our Amazon storefront, so you can shop for your house like I shop for mine. And my Amazon wish list, in case you want to send a girl some notepads, pens, books, or whatever. Shout out again to yesterday, Black Smile sent me a Cash App, and she said that was to support me so I could buy me some more pens and notes. Shout out to the stream, my only first and only support of the day, and I appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who hit the like button, who sent up my bubbles. If you shared the video, if you just commented and talked with us, if you just watched, thank you. I sincerely thank you. We sincerely thank you. So listen, y'all. As always, be positive, be productive, encourage others, and make sure you encourage yourselves. And remember, in case no one else says it to you, God loves you, I love you, and there is really nothing you can do about it. We'll talk again tomorrow as soon as the gospel gets popping, okay? Bye. Good night.